Hey folks, we're getting into the meat of fall here, and your BRAM experts are here to talk to you about it, along with some other rapid fire. Stay tuned. Hey folks, welcome to Stay Classy Brambleton. Joining me this week are Kelvin and Igmar, and we're here to talk to you this week about lots of stuff going on in the fall. This is the exciting part of the year for many people, and there's a lot of things for our main topic is just going to be talking about all those events coming up to keep you informed and us as your experts really this week. We're going to jump straight into the rapid fire here. Kelvin or Igmar, what do you have for us this week?
Well, you know, one of the things I find exciting now is when we look across the B sites, especially Be Informed, but all of the B sites, very good questions are being crowdsourced. And I remember some years ago, crowdsourcing was a big thing, that a group of random people could do a better job getting an answer than asking a direct expert. So, for example, if we're wondering, when is this store going to open? Crowdsource it. Don't call the store, don't ask them what time. They might not know. The crowd is the really, who knows when it's going to be open.
Because I don't want to ask them,
No.
Do they do takeout? I want to ask my neighbors who can then take a guess.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, and a lot of times with businesses, they have good intentions. Like our intention is to be open at 8 o'clock, but maybe I'm only open at 10 o'clock. My intention is to have your food put into a takeout container, but I'm going to have to put it in a bag.
What else we got for rapid fire this week?
Well, I've got another one.
Okay.
So there has been a posting of something flying very high within visual range of Brambleton. Our viewers might remember we were discussing some of the airplanes leaving Dulles are flying way too low. I think those pilots heard us.
Well, maybe. I'll speak to this as again, I used to be an aviator, and yes, I think it was more about the Starlink taking off. And I've heard people talk about it was actually Starlink. But I just want to say, as someone who's been a respected member of the community, as a pilot who's flown for a long time, and I know we tend to garner like much more respect than we used to on.
Yeah.
What?
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 We're
still on.
Right. So I was.
Yeah, I mean, you're a former pilot, you know.
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, any other rapid fire?
I love the fact that we have Left at Legacy. It's my favorite corner of the internet right now. And as you can see, we've had some more amazing gifts, I guess,
wow.
or items left at Legacy here. Yeah, just love this site. I think people get stuff back. I also think people just come and collect stuff that they need.
Well, hey, the Christmas season is coming, so they can get things for that season too. And that leads us to our main topic. There's a lot of things coming up this season that we're going to talk about, but one of the first thing was a couple weeks ago, actually, to bring us into Christmas spirit. October 3rd, actually. So this is a couple weeks ago now. You'd register for Pics with Santa. So if you want to get into the season, you get to register for your Pics with Santa.
Wait, what do you mean by Pics with Santa? Like Santa selling pics?
No. You actually get to take your pictures. You registered a couple weeks ago, and I think it might still be open, and you get to take mid-Christmas season pictures with Santa Claus.
I'm glad, because when I was a kid, my mom signed me up for a Pics with Santa, and it ended up, he was actually a coal mining Santa, and he gathered up a bunch of kids. We all got pickaxes, and we spent 2 days in a mine. So I'm glad that that's what that
Well,
is.
also, when I think pictures with Santa, I mean, granted, you might think, December, right?
Right.
No. If you want to get your pictures with Santa, the way they take place is just after Halloween. Just November 3rd through 6th, a good 3 weeks before Thanksgiving. That's when you take your pics with Santa, so that.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, if you go to Harris Teeter, that's By that time, it's Christmas time also.
Yeah.
You go to Walmart, it's been Christmas since the middle of the summer.
So what is Santa dressing as for Halloween then? Because is he still wearing his Halloween costume?
Ooh.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, if he goes by himself, that just destroys the neighborhood.
it does. Absolutely.
But they just go crazy.
Are there any other important dates coming up?
Yes, October 22nd is the date. Brand Fest. We have October beer here, but it would be great if we can get sponsored by a beer we prefer even more.
Oh.
And that beer's name would be...
We don't.
Maybe a local company?
They have to sponsor us, sir.
So I can't just say...
No. But if they do, we'll be happy to drink their beer. And
Does
and
it sound a lot like fall solstice?
Perhaps.
Solar eclipse.
Perhaps. On October 28th, we have the Brain Brews and Barbecue.
So as
Brain
someone that
brews.
used to box, I'm excited for this one. For us folks that used to, do combat sports or any
Yeah.
kind of sports where we got knocked around the head. And,
Is it that kind of brain brews?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's brains, brews, and barbecue, where you drink until you drink until you can't
Brains,
enter trivia anymore.
Brews.
Oh, okay.
And barbecue.
So that's coming up
that
on
makes
October.
more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exciting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And on November 15th, we have our BCA annual meeting.
Dude, I have a bone to pick with them.
Go ahead.
What is that?
No, I saw this in the Friday Flash. It says they'll hold the meeting. They'll vote for board members.
Sure.
They'll do some other actions. Then it says after the meeting, they'll take our questions.
Wait.
After the meeting.
But then what happens? What meeting happens during?
Well, our questions aren't of interest during the meeting.
So basically there's some kind of a Q&A in the parking lot as people are opening their cars.
So it's a presentation. So there's
I
nothing
think
in it.
you asked them questions to the back of their head as they're on their way
But that's
to their
okay
car.
because at the BCA meeting, if I remember, they traditionally offer some snacks, beer. Now they might say,
Does
maybe-
that beer come from... So...
Again, we would be great if it did, but the fact of the matter is, in recent years, they've stopped doing that, blaming COVID. Well, now this year we know they're going to have it because we're calling you out for that. You know who's going to take care of making that happen?
Go ahead.
Rick Stone.
Rick Stone.
Do it, Rick.
Ooh, Rick Stone. Yeah,
You got to do it.
Yeah, and this is an important thing to put in your calendar because this is where the next 3 members of the board are going to be announced, and they'll be serving for 3 years. So when you think about what does our neighborhood need, what are some of the things our neighborhood needs for adults, which might have hammocks,
Oasis. Promises have been made, my friend.
Right. So between now and November the 15th is the time that we've got to connect with our candidates and make sure they're aware of what does Brambleton need.
And after some point of that, you get Thanksgiving and Christmas, but who cares about that? Because at that point, all the fall events at Brambleton are done. I mean,
At that point, it's just a family event.
Yeah, the
It's
Brambleton
not
holidays, that's
big
what this is
event.
about. And that's what everyone here really cares about, right, folks?
Wait. But what I think we're missing one big one, right?
What's that?
Well, Halloween. Halloween is a gigantic event in our neighborhoods.
It is.
That's a good point.
It's on October 31st, last I checked.
Right. So maybe it might be a good idea for us to do a public service and talk about a little bit about do's and don'ts of Halloween.
Okay, why don't we end with that? Okay, so do's and don'ts for Halloween. Do go to your neighbors and ask for the big candy bars. There's plenty of people in Brambleton that have the full-size candy bars. Believe me, we know who we are. Not bragging, but for my house, for example, all you got to say is stay classy, and I will give you a full-size candy bar.
Love that. Don't buy inflatables for your front yard and have them half inflated for the majority of the day. Why are you buying inflatables? You're in Brambleton. You can afford to live in Brambleton. You should be buying statues and putting those things on your front yard.
That's solid. Remember, Halloween is not just for the kids. It's also for the grown-ups. Have shots ready. Just hand them out to the grown-ups. Trick or treat, baby.
Don't give those shots to your dressed-up dogs who are in costume. They don't enjoy it as much as you think they do. Do put up your Christmas lights for Halloween if you feel like it. And when the BCA comes and tells you about that, their Halloween lights, their holiday lights, That's a holiday.
Your house can have a costume too.
Your house can have a costume too. And they're holiday lights. Who are they to say what holiday are?
Or when Halloween ends.
Or when Halloween ends. There's 3 kinds of decorations I've seen. So let's call it the 3 levels. Level 1, and we'll go into what those are. We'll call it cutesy.
Cutesy.
Cutesy Halloween.
Like a Hallmark Halloween.
Not so scary Halloween,
Yeah.
as a certain brand calls it. And then the next level down is you have the sort of spooky, creepy Halloween. So think about like the ghostly looking girl on the swing outside the house. A little like, ooh, right? And then there's level 3 of, gosh, these people need an outlet. And they're really using this opportunity to just scare the hell out of everybody with just...
Like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre out front.
Right. So should you do nothing at all instead of that if you had the choice between the two?
Statues.
Statues.
Yes.
No. You just need to get your act together, get up on a ladder, and risk your life to put the lights up.
Well, any more do's and don'ts for Halloween, or is that all? Did that cover it?
I think if you stick by those hard and fast rules, you're going to have an amazing Halloween and represent Brambleton in the appropriate way.
Clearly, lots of things to look forward to, but most importantly, we look forward to you giving us that massive thumbs up. Make sure you click it till it turns blue. Click the subscribe and the alert icon so that you can be notified every time one of these comes out. Because seriously, gents, it's any day now. Be Informed is just going to kick us right off. So this way, you know when we're going to release a new episode. And remember, I've been Jerome. These have been your experts. And you've been you, and we'll see ya real soon.
Is that good?
We just ran out, Jerome.